27.2, Algebra 2, Worksheet 27.2. Number 9 asks us to take these four equations and match them with the description at right. So we're determining if they represent a hyperbola, a circle, a parabola, or an ellipse. And instead of actually looking at these four, since I know, well, they've got all four listed, so chances are there's going to be one for each one. I'm going to start thinking about this instead of looking at the equations right away. Now, the easiest one to spot if I have a parabola. Parabola is easiest because we've been working with parabolas forever. You've been working with them since hopefully probably 8th grade. And remember that the parabola, only one variable is squared. So either x or y is squared, but not both. So when you look through these, that's probably the easiest one to find, which is x is squared. There's x, there's y, but there's only one square term. That tips me off right there. That's your parabola. That's the easiest one to find always. So, oh, whoops, P for parabola. So C would go here. And the reason is that only one variable is squared. So that's the P's part. Now, when I think about the rest of these, for that parabola, the circle, and the ellipse, if we have the circle, remember that the numbers in front of the variables, in front of the square terms, should be the same, should be the exact same number. So if we look at all the square terms, I've got 9x squared, 9y squared, 9 and 54, 9 and negative 54. The only one where they're exactly the same is this one, 9 and 9, which means B, the circle, should be this one. And remember that these numbers in front are called the coefficients. Squared coefficients are equal. They're the same number. So now I'm left with hyperbola and ellipse. So if we look at these two now we're just comparing 9s and 54s, and then, oh, I have 1 plus, 1 minus. Which of these, you remember, had the minus and had the subtraction? Well, we just did. If you watch the other videos, there's all those other ones. Hyperbolas, remember, had the minus sign in between. And this, number 4, started with negative x squared. One was positive, one was negative. So if we're looking for hyperbola, then one of those coefficients should be negative, which they are here. There's one positive, one negative, which means equation 4 is your hyperbola, A. We have 1 negative square, and I'm going to abbreviate coefficient. So one of those numbers in front of the square terms was negative, which means the last one that's left is the ellipse, which means that obviously is D. And for our reasoning, the square terms, the coefficients are different numbers, but they're the same sign. So you have different coefficients. That's about right, sure. Different coefficients, same sign, both positive, or they could both be negative and still be an ellipse. But that's what we're looking for.